150. So we're just a couple of minutes away from football here, and as we await the kickoff of the opening game of 1994-95, we're going to take this 1 minute break. This word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football.
Hassle-free. That's one way to describe the way banking is done at Sunburst Bank. At Sunburst, making banking better for you is their first concern. They know that when a group of highly qualified professionals is gathered in one place, it makes all your financial transactions easier. From money to investment advice, mortgages, personal and commercial savings, everything, that adds up to your present and...
Going very, very far. Kyle Finney, head assistant coach at Lee Academy, wishes to send his get well wishes along to Greg Maxey.
Absolutely, I think we all need to do
Nebraska. And this game is being taped and will be sent to Greg in the morning via an airplane. And so, Greg, we want you to know that not only Kyle, but the whole Clarksville community is pulling for you. Get well quick and come home. We miss you.
We love you, Greg. Come on back and see us, man.
Jason Graber's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep to receive for the Jackson Academy Raiders are number 5, Matt Allen, and number 34, Jeffrey Lohmeyer. And with this 1994-95 football season's almost underway, as Graber's got it teed up on the left hash mark, and he approaches the football, and the season's underway. It's going to be a little pop-up kick. It's going to be fielded by number 45. J.A. fumbles the football inside the 25-yard line to about the 22 before he falls on it. But J.A. will take over. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 22-yard line.
Looks like just a little bit of confusion that time, Albert, in the receiving end of it. Of course, they may have been expecting a little bit longer kick.
Little pooch kick by Jason Graber turned out to be a pretty good weapon. Jackson Academy Raiders will take over. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 22-yard line. Lee Academy coach come out in the 5-man front. Jackson Academy in a split backfield with wide receivers right and left. Tight ends lined up on the right, and the quarterback's under barking out his signals, and there's an inside handoff to the fullback, and he's out over the 30-yard line to about the 31 before he's knocked down by Eric Williams and Clay Dabbs. Pickup of about 9 on the play, and make it second down and 1. So that's the big fullback, Atherton, Miles Atherton, 6'1", 230-pound fullback. Off left tackle. Lee Academy defensively has got Scott Flowers and Shannon Hood at defensive ends, and they're in an I formation with wide receivers right and left. And the quarterback is going to give it on a straight handoff to number 21. That's Stephen Greer. Greer's knocked down in the backfield by who's getting up there, Rich?
Well, I couldn't really tell. It was so much confusion there. It looks like
looks like Shannon Hood and Phil Dodgel in on the tackle for the Colts. And that's a loss of about a yard and brings up third down and about 2, maybe a little bit longer than 2.
Matt Sanders was in on that also, Albert.
Football game just underway, 10:44 to go in the first quarter. Lee Academy digging in on defense. 5-man front, J.A. wide receivers right and left with an I formation. And here's a pitch sweep to Greer. And Greer is going to fight extra effort and going to get very close to the first down as the Colts had him in the backfield and just let go of him. Had him for about a 2-yard loss, and Shannon Hood's in on the tackle, and that's going to be first down yardage for J.A., I believe. As they're waiting to set the chains. And it's first down yardage for Jackson Academy. So the quarterback, Jeffrey Roden, taking them 3 plays to get a first down. Miles Atherton comes out of the football game. As they get 2 new tailbacks in, and straight back to throw is the quarterback, and he throws it complete to number 23. That's Jack Norris. Jack Norris up very close to first down yardage. Tackle by Jason Graber. And that's another first down. So J.A.'s moved the sticks twice in 4 plays. 10:18 to go in the first quarter, no score. Well, we had him on that third down play, Rich, in the backfield and let him go. First down and 10 yards to go for J.A. They have wide receivers right and left, tight ends lined up on the right-hand side. They bring motion back to the left, and there's a little trap play to the fullback, and he's going to be knocked down by Clay Dabbs and Phil Dodgel. That's Atherton, the 230-pound fullback, as we had it stacked up good in there. Matt Sanders in there also. Loss of about a half yard on the play. Let's call it no gain, second down and 10. J.A. getting fresh players into the football game. Matt Allen, along with number 34, Jeffrey Lohmeyer, get into the game. Atherton and Stephen Greer are your tailbacks. Your quarterback's Roden, and he's under the center, bringing motion back to the right. And here's a pitch sweep, and there's a fumble, and he's going to fall on it, and maybe fall on it, and the Colts are going to get it, it looks like. Lee Academy Colts recover inside of JA's 40-yard line at about the 36. So Matt Sanders, all-conference defensive, the defensive lineman of the year in the North AAA last year, fell on the football, and the Colts are in business at the Jackson, let's call it the Jackson Academy 35-yard line after the first turnover of the season. Colts break huddle, and we're going to send Jason Graber wide to the left, and Cooper Tyner's going to be in the slot to the left. Shannon Hood and Chuck Scotty are running backs there in an I formation behind senior quarterback Chase Maxey. Four-man front for J.A., and Maxey's marking out his signals and going to run a little cross buck to Scott. And Scott's going to get inside the 30-yard line down to about the 29. A little rusty on the handoffs there, but at least we got yardage. Pick up of about 6 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 4. Preston Frazier checks into the football game for the Lee Academy Colts. He'll bring out Cooper Tyner, and Preston Frazier will line up in the slot. And Jason Graber to the left. Jason Graber will be split to the left. And Chuck Scott and Shannon Hood are split behind senior quarterback Maxey. Frazier goes in motion back to the right, and here comes the option play, and Frazier's going to fumble the football. Maxey's going to fumble the football, but it's going to get on it. Chase Maxey, good. Messed up on the exchange there. Call it a gain of 1. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. First 3rd down situation of the year for Lee Academy. Ivy Dees checks into the game for the Colts, and he'll bring out Jason Graber. Matt Sanders, the senior center, leads the offensive line out. And Shannon Hood and Chuck Scott line up in an I formation behind Maxey on 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Tight end Flowers is lined up on the left, and here's a pitch sweep to Chuck Scott, and Chuck Scott's going to be knocked down for a loss. Back at the 30-yard line, he's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and about 5 now for the Lee Academy Colts. So we'll see what Coach Weiss does here on 4th and 5. Jackson Academy looked like they had that stuff pretty good, and the Colts look like they're going to go for it. So 4th down and 5 yards to go. Why not, man? Non-conference, let's get it. Let's go after it.
Go with it, man. Go with the flow, right?
4th down and 5 yards to go now. Maxey has his wide receiver split right and left. Tyler and Dees. And Maxey out of the I formation. He's going to hand off on a handoff to Scott. And Scott's going to get close to 1st down yardage. But it's going to be a little bit short, I think. Going to be short by about a half a yard. J.A. is going to take over the football. 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 26. So that's where they started their first drive. Looks like Coach Weiss might be talking to Chuck Scott a little bit. Chuck kind of had his head down, didn't like he didn't have his head up looking where he was going. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Jackson Academy Raiders. Lee Academy Colts in a 5-man front, 2 linebackers, 2 safeties, a safety, 2 corners, 2 safeties, and 2 corners. Quarterback Roden is going to give the football to number 21, Greer, and Greer's going to fight his way out over the 26-yard line to about the 28 before Shannon Hood, Clay Dabbs, and Richard Lewis knock him down. Let's give him the 28-yard line, gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Nice night for football here at Lee Academy.
Yeah, the crowd is, the inevitable late arriving Lee Academy crowd is finally showing up here, Albert.
The Colts crowd and the L.A. Dodgers. Quarterback sprints out to the left to throw, and is going to be knocked down as he gets over the 30-yard line. Had to run the football. Good coverage by the Lee Academy secondary. Jason Graber, Cooper Tyner, Bradley Gordon, and Matt Sanders knocked him down along with Clay Dabbs. Going to bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and a long 2 and a short 3. 6:02 to go in the first quarter, no score. Straight back to throws Greer, throws it out. It's going to be caught by number 5. That is Matt Allen, and Matt Allen is going to have 1st down yardage out to the 40-yard line. Eric Williams was just an eyelash away from knocking that football down as he lobbed it right over Eric Williams' head. And J.A. gets his third first down of the night, and there's no score. First down and 10 yards to go for J.A. at their own 40-yard line. And they send a wide receiver left, slot left. The backs are split behind Jeffrey Roden. And Roden's going to run a pitch sweep out here to number 34. And Jack Laney from his right defensive end position is going to wrestle him down. That was number 34, Jeffrey Lohmeyer. Jack Laney throws Lohmeyer for about a yard loss as I got choked up here.
That's all right. Don't be choked up too much. You about to get it all cleared out?
2nd and 11, I hope. Wide receiver right, slot right for J.A. And quarterback spreads out to the right and throws it out here. It's going to be caught by number 8, J.A. For J.A., he's inside Lee Academy territory, inside the 45-yard line, down to about the 42. Before he's knocked down by Dabbs and Williams. Our quarterback almost knocked it down, but a nice catch by number 8. That's Taylor Farrell. J.A. gets another first down. They have it first down and 10 yards to go from Lee Academy's 40-yard line. Coach got to put pressure on this quarterback. His name is Jeffrey Roden. He's just a junior. 5-man front for the Colts, split backfield. For J.A., Colts are going to jump off sides.
Albert, did you notice those little bag of cookies we got up here in the press box tonight?
I sure did, Rich. Who sent those to us?
You know I'm missing a Christmas party tonight for this. Did you know that? Christmas party? And let me tell you what happened. They scheduled a Christmas party at our choir practice tonight for the Christmas music. But Miss Juanita Lowry, you know my good buddy Miss Juanita? Miss Juanita sent us a bag of cookies, and I know we're going to enjoy them. So, Juanita, if you're listening out there, have a good time.
Encroachment on the Lee Academy coach is a 5-yard penalty. First down and 5 yards to go for Jackson Academy. And they're going to give the football to the big fullback, Atherton. And he's into the secondary and rumbles inside of Lee Academy's 30-yard line down to about the 25. We have a flag on the play. We'll see what this penalty is here.
They're throwing about at the line.
They'll be holding against Jackson Academy. So I thought that big fullback sprung to the outside a little bit
quicker than
too
normal.
wide open. And the Colts, I'm sure, will take this. It'll be a spot foul. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the 40, from the 35, which will push it back to the 45. And we'll make it first down and about 13 yards to go. And that's exactly what it's going to be. 10-yard penalty from the 35-yard line puts the football at Lee Academy's 45. Still first down, but now instead of 5, it's 13 yards to go for a first down. Coach still in a 5-man front. Jackson Academy quarterback Jeffrey Roden. I can't remember his name for some reason. They break huddle, send a wide receiver left, wide receiver to the right. Backs are in an I formation. Now they send motion back to the left. And Roden sprints out to the left to throw. Is almost caught by Sanders. And the football's complete out here to number 5, Matt Allen. But Matt Allen is going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. Will be well short of the first down. Bradley Rybolt, number 50, 10th grader, checks into the football game for Phil Daldrell. Colts almost had Roden that time.
They've not missed a pass yet, though.
Second down and 7 yards to go. That's right. They have not had an incompletion yet.
Completed 4 of 4. A little more rush, playing a little harder on the defensive secondary, too, I think.
10th grader Bradley Rybolt's in the football game. And there's a trap in there to number 21, Stephen Greer. And number 66, Matt Sanders, along with 63, Jack Laney. 33, Stone Street stopped Stephen Greer for a gain of about 1 or 2 on the play. Let's give him 1 yard. Make it third down and 6 yards to go from Lee Academy's 38-yard line. 3:28 to go in the first quarter. We have no score. Scott Flowers and Jack Laney are now playing defensive end. Bradley Rybolt and Richard Lewis at tackles. And Matt Sanders at the nose tackle. Clay Dabbs and Stone Street are the inside linebacker. We'll give you the rest of the defense in a minute. On 3rd and 6, Roden barking out his signals. Wide receivers right and left. And here's a pitch sweep to Stephen Greer. And Stephen Greer is going to be caught and thrown for a loss by the Colts back at the 40-yard line. We have a flag on the play. I believe it's going to be holding again on the Jackson Academy Raiders. And I'm sure the Colts will decline this. Holding against J.A. Been doing it all night.
They've been doing it all year.
And that'll bring up a 4th down and about 8, or a 3rd down and about 18. So let's see what the Colts do here. Eric Williams is holding against Jackson Academy is going to be declined. It brings up 4th down for Jackson Academy. And Lee Academy gets their punt receiving team into the football game. That means Bradley Gordon and Chuck Scott, both with blazing speed, will stand back at about the 10-yard line. Punting for Jackson Academy will be number 24, like. That's Locke Phillips. Good place for a fake here. On 4th down and 9, 2:49 to go in the first quarter. They get the snap in and good, and the punter kicks it high punt. It's going to be fair caught, way fair caught, and the football is going to go into the end zone. And Lee Academy will take over 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 20-yard line. So Lee Academy defense holds. Lee Academy goes on offense for the 2nd time of 1994. 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score.
Albert, let's welcome somebody else to the game tonight. Mr. Dooley Dabbs, I see him down there. This is the first game that Mr. Dooley has seen Clay Dabbs play. So we just want to say, Mr. Dooley Dabbs, welcome to the football game tonight.
I know we always say hello to Mr. Dabbs back home. It's good to see him out at the game tonight.
There you go.
We're going to have a timeout, an official's timeout. And this is the ever-present heat timeout that we have every year early in the season.
I'm kind of hot. Can you go get me a drink?
No score, 2:37 to go in the first quarter. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football. So, for the Lee Academy coach from their own 20, I got something in my throat.
You need to quit eating that hamburger is what you need to do.
4-man front for J.A. Coach in an I formation with the wide receiver left, slot left. There's a straight handoff in there to Chuck Scott right behind our 2 big linemen, Clay Dabbs and Richard Lewis. Jackson Academy is going to throw Chuck Scott back, but Chuck is going to pick up about a yard. We'll give him a yard, and that's being a little bit liberal. Preston Frazier checks into the game for the Colts, taking out Cooper Tyner. 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Matt Sanders leads the offensive line out. Jason Graber is going to be split to the left. Preston Frazier slotted left. I formation with Shannon Hood close. Chuck Scott deep out of the eye, and sprinting out to throw is Chase Maxey. And Chase Maxey is going to throw the football that's going to be incomplete.
I don't rightly know who was throwing it at that time.
Looks like the Colts might have been trying to run a little down, out, and down pattern there. Chase got in a lot of trouble and had to unload the football, and we were lucky we didn't get intentional grounding then.
Really were.
1:53 to go in the first quarter, no score. 3rd down and 9 yards to go for the Colts. IVDs will be split to the left. Preston Frazier's in the slot to the left. Tight end Scott Flowers is lined up on the right-hand side, and the backs are split behind Maxey, Hood, and Scott. Motion now in the form of Frazier back to the right. Chase Maxey is going straight back in the pocket. They're going to run a draw play to Chuck Scott. And Chuck Scott's going to get out over the 25-yard line to about the 27 or the 28 before he's knocked down by Jackson Academy. We have a flag on the play. This is going to be looks like a major penalty against the Colts. We'll see what this call is. Either clipping or a personal foul, and it's a clip against Lee Academy. I'm sure Jackson Academy will decline this and bring up 4th down. 4th down and about 2.
Well, logic would say they would decline it, but that'd be pretty tempting maybe to move the ball back a little bit further.
We're waiting to see what happens here. I'd bring up 4th down from their own 28. Clipping against the Lee Academy coach is declined. Brings up 4th down and about 2 yards to go for the Lee Academy coach, and we get our punting team into the football game. Punting will be Matt Sanders. Jack Laney will be the snapper. That's the 2 most important men on this team right now. It looks like J.A. may be trying to block this thing as they're lining up there pretty close. Matt Sanders standing at about the 16-yard line.
We'll have an encroachment.
And we're going to have
having a little taunting penalty out there.
An illegal procedure penalty against the Lee Academy Colts. Once you're set in that interior line, you can't move in any way. The Colts go through a little counting drill where they count off the number of the guy they're going to block. And apparently we moved a little bit too much to suit the umpire there, standing behind the defense, and he called a penalty on us. Got his nice high socks on, though. Matt Sanders is standing at about the 12-yard line now. The snap is back. Sanders gets the kick away, and it's a low driving kick. It's going to bounce at midfield. Going to roll into Jackson Academy territory. It's going to be downed by the Lee Academy Colts at about the 41-yard line.
About a 35-yard punt there, the first one of the
35-yard
season.
Jason Graber's limping off the field there. We'll have to check on Jason, one of our starting wideouts, and also one of our starting corners. Wayne Bolden's going to check into the football game for the Colts as he'll play one of the corners. Coach Finney likes to never found him. 5-man front for the Colts. Split backfield for Jackson Academy. Quarterback's Roden. And he's going to run a straight handoff to the big fullback, Atherton. Jack Rainey misses him at the end, but Clay Dabbs is going to knock him down, but not before he gets almost to midfield. And going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards. We're going to give him 8 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 2. That fullback's a load, Rich.
He is. Big boy.
6'3", 230.
He's like a train coming around the curve, man.
And he is a senior. Plays defensive tackle, too, it says here.
He's big enough.
No, plays linebacker. Roden, straight handoff to the tailback. So the fullback, number 34, Jeffrey Lohmeyer, who's taken Atherton out. And he's going to get close to the first down yardage. Might have to have a measurement here. The football is just inside of Lee Academy's territory, almost to the 48-yard line. 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. We have no score. J.A., to be honest, we just had the better of it so far.
No question about it. Nobody's really shown me a lot of anything right at the moment, Albert. It's looked like it's been tentative first quarter football opening game.
I believe it's a little short, Rich. And they're going to have a measurement here, first measurement of the year. Jay brought a good crowd with him, too. And as usual,
you're wrong.
As it was good by about the length of the football. And J.A. has it first down and 10 yards to go from just inside of Lee Academy's 49-yard line. We'll call it the 49. And J.A. breaks huddle and sends a wide receiver to the left and a wide receiver to the right. And Stephen Greer and Jeffrey Lohmeyer are split behind quarterback Roden. And they bring motion back to the right side, and the Colts are going to be off sides. Eric Williams was in a blitz and beat the snap count by about a half a second.
And just happened to get caught.
Encroachment against the Lee Academy Colts. He's going to move the football to about the 44 and make it first down and 5 yards to go. No score in the football game as the first quarter has come to an end. First quarter's over, no score. This is Lee Academy football. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. 5 yards to go for Jackson Academy from Lee Academy's 44. And Roden's going to run a pitch sweep out here to Greer. He's going to fumble the football again, and I think the Lee Academy Colts are going to get it.
Trying to dig him out of the pile there to see exactly who does have the ball.
Who's the strongest at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah. He's down there with him, though.
Jay is going to keep it. Stephen Greer's had a little trouble holding on to the football tonight as he's fumbled 2 pitches. Second down and about 11 now. Let's call it 2nd and 10. Loss of 5 that we lost via the penalty a minute ago. Second quarter just underway, 11:54 to go in the first half. Roden under center, straight back in the pocket to throw. Colts getting pressure, missing. Matt Sanders is going to get him, and Clay Dabbs is going to run him down. He's going to, at the line of scrimmage, Clay Dabbs, all-conference linebacker, just closed quickly and stopped Roden for no gain. He's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Well, it looks to me like they're holding in that interior line, Rich.
A lot
Richard
of it
Lewis looked like he had hold of his jersey when he came through there just then.
But I'm sure if it was, the officials would have called it. Don't you think so, Albert?
They hadn't missed one yet.
That's right.
Jay breaks huddle. And they send a wide receiver to the left and a slot to the left. And straight back to throw is, and knocked down by number 50, Bradley Robbo. 10th grade defensive tackle Bradley Robbo got up and slapped the pass down as it was intended for Stephen Greer out of the backfield. Boy, I like the way Robbo looks in his uniform, Rich. He looks like a bowling ball. Chuck Scott gets deep for the Lee Academy Colts, along with Bradley Gordon. And number 24, Locke Phillips, will be in to punt for the Jackson Academy Raiders. Got him a nice kick away the last time. Lee Academy defense has played well tonight so far, Rich.
Yeah, they have.
11 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first half. Snap is a little low, but fielded nicely. He gets a kick away. It's a high driving spiral that Chuck Scott's going to let hit. They're going to be down at the 5-yard line. Not a lot you could do about that. That was just a good punt. 45-yard punt, almost completely in the air. Lee Academy Colts will take over. First down and 10 yards to go. Looks like from their own 5. We'll see what happens here. Maybe just outside the 5. I can't see really good over there. Let's call it the 5, though. First down and 10 yards. Let's call it the 6. First down and 10 yards to go for the Colts from their 6. Jason Graber goes wide left. Cooper Tyner's wide to the right. Chase Maxey's got Chuck Scott, Shannon Hood close out of the I formation. And Shannon Hood is going to run the football right up the gut and going to get out to about the 7 of the 8-yard line. Let's give him a couple of yards on the play. Wait and see where they spot it. Right behind Clay Dabbs, right behind Matt Sanders. Give him 1 yard on the play. Second down and 9 yards to go for the Colts now. We don't want to have to punt from down here, Rich. I know that.
Not a bit.
10-17 to go in the half. No score. Jason Graber's wide left. Preston Fraser's wide right. And out of the split backfield, Chase Maxey, tight end Scott Flowers on the right. And here's a straight handoff out of the pitch out here to Chuck Scott on the option. And Chuck Scott's into the secondary and gets out to about the 11 of the 12-yard line before number 5 for J.A. showed excellent speed getting over to make that tackle, Matt Allen.
I tell you what, he moved over there in a hurry.
He closed quick, didn't he?
He really did.
Looked like Chuck has some good running room there. But Matt Allen, number 5, closed quickly and knocked Chuck Scott down, but not before Chuck picked up about 7 yards. Let's call it 6 yards, 3rd and 3. Coach break huddle in an I formation. Shannon Hood close, Chuck Scott deep. And a wide receiver left and a slot left. And Chase Maxey barking out his signals. And there's a little crossbuck handoff in there to Chuck Scott. And Chuck Scott's going to get close to first down yardage. Just depends on the spot. The head lineman over here got it spotted right on the 16-yard line. So we just have to wait and see.
I believe he's just a little bit short.
Now, would you tell me how you can tell he's a little bit short?
Well, just watch. Just watch and see. You missed the first one, didn't you? Excuse me. Did you miss the first one?
We're going to have our second measurement of the year. .856 to go in the half. No score. Boy, I hope we got this.
I hope he made it too. But
it's going to be short.
He's just a little bit short.
By about 8 inches. Good eyes, Rich. All of a sudden, you can't read a phone book, but you can see something 500 yards away.
I've had you as a playing partner a lot of times on the golf course. That's why I have to look good.
8:56 to go in the half. Lee Academy Colts will be forced to punt. from their own 16-yard line, no score. Matt Sanders will stand at about his 5 or 6 yard line. Jack Laney will be doing the snapping. And number 34, Lohmeyer, and number 5, Matt Allen, we know what kind of speed he's got, is going to be standing at about Lee Academy's 45-yard line. Boy, we need a good kick. Good snap by Jack Laney. Matt Sanders gets the kick away. It's a spiral kick. It's going to be caught by Matt Allen. And Lee Academy Colts are running him down. Wayne Bolden down there, good coverage on the kick team, along with number 85, Preston Frazier. But J.A. is going to have good field position inside of Lee Academy's territory at the 40. So this whole football game just about has been played in Lee Academy's end. The Colts have been unable to get any offense going. J.A. breaks the huddle quickly. They don't take a lot of time, do they? Wide receiver right, slot right. Backs are split behind Roden. And there's a handoff to Atherton, the big fullback. And he's going to get into the secondary and going to be knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about 4 yards. He reminds you a lot of, Atherton reminds you a lot of Paul Lacoste for Lee Academy fans that played with Jackson Prep a couple of years ago. 6'3", 230, doesn't do a whole lot of juking,
he just runs.
Just runs straight ahead. They line up with a wide receiver to the left. They're in an unbalanced line, Rich. I thought they were running an unbalanced line, and it's unbalanced this way.
Flag on the play.
Jackson Academy is running an unbalanced line. It was unbalanced to the right last time. It's unbalanced this side this time. Let's see what this call is. Encroachment against the Colts. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Lee Academy Colts. Put the football inside the 35-yard line down to the 32. Second down and about 2 yards to go for the Jackson Academy. 2nd and 1 for the Raiders. They're in an unbalanced line again. It's unbalanced this side. Roden under the center. They were in motion, but they didn't call it. And there's a handoff to Lohmeyer. He's going to get inside the 30-yard line down to about the 29. No, let's call it right on the 30. That's going to be first down yardage for Jackson Academy. 8:10 to go in the half. No score. Colt defense needs to show up here. Jackson Academy breaks huddle. I tell you, Rich, Jackson Academy got a good football team. Unbalanced line to the right now for Jackson Academy. And Roden is going to run a pitch sweep to the big fullback, Atherton. And Stoney Stonestreet's going to come up and deliver a lick at the 30. The weak side, the strong side inside linebacker, Stoney Stonestreet, number 33, came up.
He did a good job of just calf roping him that time.
And met Atherton head on and held him to about a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for the Jackson Academy Raiders. No score in the football game. Clock's running, 7.5 minutes to go in the half. This time they're not unbalanced. Roden's under center. Barking out his signals. Colts are blitzing. Eric Williams can't get to him. Scott Flowers didn't get him, and there's a pass going deep down the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Overthrown. Good coverage by the Colts. Scott Flowers got there just as the quarterback turned the football loose. Knocked him down. Going to bring third and 8. Third down and 8 yards to go. Did you watch the field goal kicker in warm-ups? How was he doing, Rich? Did you watch him?
Didn't watch him. Did you?
No. Wide receivers right and left for J.A. Balance line, I formation. Roden's under the center. Colts need a big defensive play here on 3rd and 8. Colts jump off sides again. Matt Sanders from his nose tackle position, a little bit too anxious. Is going to cost us 5 more yards. Not going to be enough for a first down. I think Coach Weiss is fussing about the quarterback, the center may be jerking a little bit, drawing him off sides. And Coach Finney is really mad over here. Third down and 3 yards to go now for J.A. Out of the I formation. There's a handoff to Greer, and Greer is going to lose yardage. Tony Stonestreet, along with Jack Laney, who's played an excellent football game early here tonight. And then number 66, Matt Sanders, in there, throw Greer for a loss. So that's going to bring up fourth down from Lee Academy's 27-yard line. And let's see what J.A. does here. Fourth down at about 6. 4th and 7, what the scoreboard says. That's what we'll call it.
Well, they might have had a good field goal kicker, but I don't think it would have been that
good. They're going to go for it as they line up with split backfield, wide receiver left, slot left. Roden sprints out to the left to throw, does not get pressure, throws the football overthrown, intended for number 21, Greer, and Clay Dabbs was all over him, and Stephen Greer had something to say to him when he got up off the ground, too.
And I see High Sox had something to say to Clay, too. I don't know what that was all about.
Now, don't be talking about the way the officials dress, Richard.
I'm sorry.
Colts take over. He's talking about that center jerking. We're going to pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsor.
That's 627-5030. Or stop by 640 DeSoto Avenue, Clarksdale.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts from their own 26. Chase Maxey with the backs in an I formation is going to run a pitch sweep out here to Bradley Gordon. And Bradley Gordon's into the secondary, gets to the guard, waiting for one block, and almost got it. Cooper Tyler almost gave him the block he needed, but Cooper had to slow up because he didn't want to clip him. And Bradley Gordon, with excellent speed, gets to the corner, but we got a flag on the play.
I'm afraid it's going to be holding.
Holding against the Lee Academy Colts. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from about the 27. Okay, you can talk about his socks if you want to now, Rich.
Okay.
Holding against the Colts will back the football up to, let's call it the 16-yard line. Colts have got to get to the 37 for a first down. Let's call it first down and 21. First down and 21 yards to go. I tell you, I like the way Bradley Gordon looks running the football, Rich. Excellent speed. Colts have Chuck Scott and Shannon Hood in the football game now, the running backs, and they're split behind Maxey. Graber's wide left, Cooper Tyner's in the slot left. Maxey marking out his signals, going to run a draw play, going to fake a draw, and going to throw a screen out here to Shannon Hood. Looking for a block, gets a block, gets out over the 30-yard line to the 35 before he's knocked down, and that's going to be a face mask.
Like a face mask.
That's what that is.
I don't think there's any question about that. It was a face mask going down.
As Shannon Hood caught the screen and ran it out to the 25. And picked up about 9 yards. And they're going to tack some onto this. I tell you, Richard, J.A.'s got excellent team speed.
Boy, it's quick. They are quick and fast.
They have excellent speed.
They close so good, you know. They just really move to the ball so well.
That's the face mask. That's supposed to be a 15-yarder if he tackled him with it. Referee's talking to the Lee Academy Colts. Apparently there's some jawing going on out there between these two football teams. And I think the referee's no,
he's giving the full explanation.
He's giving them the option. And that's a 15-yard penalty against the JA, going to give Lee Academy a first down out to their 40. So the coach finally getting some operating room here. I tell you, Rich, watch this number 5, Matt Allen, watch how fast he is.
I've already watched him.
Coach Ray Cuttle has sent Jason Graber wide to the left. Preston Frazier is going to be lined up in the slot to the left. Tight end Scott Flowers on the right-hand side. Shannon Hood close. Chuck Scott deep out of the eye. And there's a trap to Shannon Hood. And Shannon Hood is going to be tripped up as he gets out over the 40 to about the 42. Shannon Hood has to get those tough yards for you, Rich. Right up the gut against this big, good, strong, talented JA football team. Ivy Dees checks in for the Colts, and he brings out Jason Graber. Ivy Dees goes wide to the left. Preston Fraser's in the slot to the left. Scott Flowers, tight end, lined up on the right. Hood close. Chuck Scott deep out of the I formation. Four-man front for Jackson Academy. And Maxey is going to be fumble the football. He's going to fumble the football. And Jackson Academy is going to recover. Number 78 for Jackson Academy. That's Matt Reinhardt, Jr., 6'2", 270. Got there but almost as quick as the ball did on Chase. And Chase fumbles. And J.A. recovers. And J.A.'s got it in business again in Lee Academy territory at the 40. Then Matt Allen, that wide, fast wide receiver, goes wide to the right. And the backs are in a split behind quarterback Roden. Big, tall kid. There's a fake. And Roden is being chased by Scott Flowers. He gets away. And now Roden's going to turn it loose, and the ball is going to be trapped. Eric Williams and Stoney Stonestreet, along with Matt Sanders and Scott Flowers, giving chase to the quarterback Roden. He actually got outside of containment and probably could have run the football a little bit, but he decided to throw it, and the football was trapped. It is a different quarterback in the game. Eichelberger is his name. Lance Eichelberger. Lance Eichelberger. So if I wasn't having enough trouble, they've changed quarterbacks on me. Eichelberger's in the game. And they have wide receivers right and left. He seems to be checking off. They're in an eye. They're in motion again. Fumble the football, and the Colts are going to get it. Boy, they're in motion, Rich. Why are they not calling that? Colts take over, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 43. Boy, Brandon Rybos played good tonight, Rich.
They're good.
The sophomore defensive tackle wears number 50, built like a bowling ball. Cooper Tyler goes wide to the left. Jason Graber goes wide to the right. Jackson Academy has been hit with the turnover bugaboo tonight. Colts out of an I formation. Tight end Flowers lined up on the left-hand side. And Maxey is going to run a bootleg play. And he's going to be chased, and he's going to throw the football. It's going to be incomplete. He had to get out of the pocket and threw the football back across the other side to Cooper Tyner. And the football was overthrown, incomplete. Bradley Gordon's going to check into the football game for the Colts, and he'll go in at at running back, I'm sure, take out Chuck Scott. No, he takes out Shannon Hood. So we're going to have Chuck Scott and Bradley Gordon into the backfield now. We don't have a power back now. I got two scat backs in the game. Cooper Tyner goes wide to the left. Jason Graber goes wide to the right. Matt Sanders, the senior center. I don't think he's been out of play, has he, Rich? Is over the football. Chase Maxey's got Gordon and Scott split. Four-man front for J.A. They're blitzing, and straight back to throws Maxey, and he's going to be knocked down by number 34. That's Jeffrey Lohmeyer. As we didn't block him, and he just came in untouched, and Chase didn't have a chance. Preston Fraser is going to get into the game for the Colts. Bring out Cooper Tyner. Starting down at 16 yards to go. From the Lee Academy Coach 36, 3:47 to go in the first half. No score. Been a good football game, Rich.
So far it has been.
Wide receivers left and right for the Colts. I formation for the Colts. Sprinting out to throw is Maxey, and they've got him out here. It's going to be Graber, and Graber's going to catch the football inside of Jackson Academy's territory, inside the 35-yard line, at about the 32. Excellent catch by Jason Graber.
I'm telling you what, he had to come back to the ball just a little bit and had a lot of interference there with the boy, the defender. Great job of catching that ball, and a good job of Chase Maxey getting the ball to him, too.
Chase Maxey did an excellent job, and we finally blocked the defensive end. Shannon Hood and Chuck Scott picked him up, knocked him off of Chase, and Chase had time to throw the football, made a good throw and an excellent catch by Graber. First down and 10 yards to go for the Colts now, 3:27 to go in the first half. Colts in business in J.A.'s 33-yard line. Preston Frazier's wide to the right. Ivy Dees is wide to the left. Chuck Scott and Bradley Gordon are split behind senior quarterback Maxey. And there's a handoff. Maxey's just going to keep it and follow Bradley Gordon right into the line and get down to about the 29-yard line. So the Colts are trying to run out of the split backfield, trying to run a veer. It's obvious J.A.'s got our trap defensed and scouted pretty well. Chase Maxey just going to fake the football to Bradley Gordon and follow him right into the hole and pick up about 3 yards. Chuck Scott comes out of the game now. Shannon Hood checks in. How about something wide to Bradley Gordon here, Rich? I formation for the Colts. Wide receivers right and left. Scott Flowers is at tight end on the right-hand side. Maxey out of the I formation is going to give the football to Gordon, and Gordon just going to run hard inside of the 25, inside of the 30, and they're going to get down to about the 26. Good blocking up front by the Lee Academy offensive line. Matt Sanders and Clay Dabbs and Richard Lewis and Joey Spinks and Jonathan Poole in there doing a good job for the Colts. Chuck Scott, Jason Graber, Cooper Tanner all check into the game. Bringing out Gordon, Preston Frazier, and Ivy Dees. Jack Laney's in the football game now, one of the tackles for the Colts. The weak side tackle. 1:58 to go in the half. Colts driving. Third down at about 4. Maxey under the center, I formation, sprints out to the left to throw. Throws the football. It's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted by Stephen Greer. And had Greer caught it, he would have been on his way to the promised land. As that pass was intended for tight end Scott Flowers. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. 1:48 to go in the half. Colts are going to go for this, I'm sure. They're going to call time. Timeout, Lee Academy, 1:48. No, we're not going to call time. I thought he was going to call time, but he didn't.
He looked like he was calling time.
We got the first game jitters in the press box tonight, too. Colts send wide receivers right and left. Split backfield behind Maxey. 4th and 4, big play. Straight back in the pocket to throws Maxey. Throws the football for Graber. Going to be caught inside the 10-yard line down to about the 5. And Jason Graber, senior wide receiver, is showing this number 80 out here. How the cow ate the cabbage. They're trying to cover a wide receiver with an outside linebacker, Rich. One that's got a bandage on his leg anyway.
That's right.
And that ain't going to ever work.
No. 2 good catches, but Jason Graber moves us right on down into the scoring opportunity category.
First down and goal to go for the Colts from the 5.
I tell you, this game almost is like the first one that scores wins. I mean, that's what the first half has been.
It's been a great game for the first game of the year. Graber comes out of the football game after making a nice catch. Matt Sanders on 1st and 5. I know where I'd run it, right behind Clay Dabbs. Wishbone formation for the Colts, 1:42 to go in the first half. Out of the wishbone, Maxey. Calling out his signals. He's going to run a pitch to Chuck Scott. Chuck Scott's going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And there's a flag on the play.
It's kind of a
The
late
guy with
flag.
the high socks is killing us, Rich. They're going to call a spear against J.A., I think, though. So maybe he ain't as bad as I thought he was. It's a dead ball foul. Spearing against Jackson Academy. So High Sox didn't mess up that time. Made a good call.
You did real good on that one.
And that's going to be a half the distance to the goal line penalty. From about the 6. Going to move it down to the 3 with 1:35 to go in the first half. They're trying to figure out what a half a sixth is, Rich. And they're going to put it at the 3.5.
It's 4, isn't it?
They put it at the 3.5.
You think they work for any government agency?
And the Colts, with 1:35 to go in the first half, have it first down and goal to go from the 3. And we're in a wishbone formation. We're going to throw a pass. I'm telling you, we're going to throw a pass. Eric Williams is at the right halfback position. And once again, I missed it. And Chuck Scott scores! Out of the wishbone formation, Chuck Scott right off right tackle, running right behind Clay Downs and Richard Lewis, and Scott Flowers dances into the end zone. The Lee Academy Colts have jumped on top 6-0. 1:31 to go in the first half. Jason Graber will attempt the extra point. Chase Maxey will hold. Jack Laney will snap. As we're waiting the extra point attempt, the snap is back, and Graber kicks it up, and Graber kicks it good. Lee Academy 7, Jackson Academy nothing. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football.
For the absolute best in cable service, call Cablecom today, 627-4747. Cablecom can bring you HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Disney, and the American Movie Classics channels. Also, DMX. 30 channels of CD quality music 24 hours a day with free installation for your home or your business.
Jason Grover's got the football teed up at the left hash mark. Matt Allen along with Jeffrey Lohmeyer deep for the Jackson Academy Raiders. Lee Academy Colts have struck like lightning here with 1:31 to go in the half and have taken the 7-0 lead. And Jason Graber has it teed up. The Lee Academy Colts kick team needs to have good coverage here. And Graber kicks the football. It's going to be a squibber that's going to be fielded by Stephen Greer. And he's coming right back up the middle and going to be knocked down by Stony Stonestreet. Along with number 58, Alan O'Brien, and number 89 for the Lee Academy Colts. That's Chris Lively. Down there for the Colts, showing good coverage. 1:22 to go in the first half. J.A. in a 2-minute offense, no huddle. And Lee Academy Colts better expect an air assault here that's going to be something. And straight back to throw is that new quarterback with number 50, Bradley Rappo. What a game the 10th graders playing, ladies and gentlemen, is in there to knock number 15, Lance Eichelberger, down, and Jackson Academy is going to call time.
I tell you, the bowling ball got the number 10 pin.
Oh, boy. Bradley Rappo. They call him Dumpy. He wears number 50, and he's a 10th grader.
I tell you what, he's played a well of a game, though.
It's 50 to hear the MPSA AA radio show. It was very interesting. Eichelberger's back to throw. Scott Flowers is chasing him. Eichelberger is going to be across the line of scrimmage, and they're going to call it. I think. Number 5, Matt Allen. Number 8, Taylor Farrell down there. And the quarterback, Eichelberger's got a good arm, Rich.
I was just about to say he has an excellent arm. That ball was probably a good 40, 45 yards in the air.
I thought they called illegal forward pass crossing the line of scrimmage, but they didn't. 59 seconds to go in the half. Third down at about 14. Maybe we can get the ball back and score again. 3rd and 13 to go. And Eichelberger straight back in the pocket to throw. Colts putting pressure on him again. Runs out of the pocket. It's going to be caught.
And runs out of
by
bounds.
Number 23. And that's Jack Norris. And he's going to run out of bounds, but he's going to be about 6 yards short of the first down. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Jackson Academy Raiders. And they're going to get their punting team into the game, which I think is a terribly smart thing to do. And the Colts are probably just going to let this kick bounce. They're not even going to get a receiver back. Yeah, they are. Bradley Gordon's going to get back by himself. Everybody else is staying up. The snapper is late getting on for J.A. 52 seconds to go in the first half. Colts expecting a fake. I tell you right now what we're expecting. But it's not going to be a fake. And the youngster gets the kick away, and it's a high spiral kick that's going to bounce in Lee Academy territory at about the 30-yard line. Going to be down at the 31. 41 seconds to go in the first half of this football game. We do have a halftime show tonight. We'd like for everybody to stay tuned in. I don't really know what it is. I just know they told me that we had a halftime show.
You're talking about we're going to have a halftime show on the radio?
On the radio.
Okay.
Not us. It's going to be back at the station.
It's going to be a taped halftime show.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts from their own 30-yard line. Chase Max is late getting into the game. Clock is running with 32 seconds to go. Colts will be satisfied to go to the dressing room with a 7-point lead. And I'm sure Chase, who's calling his play now, Matt Sanders leads the offensive line out. The Colts send wide receivers right and left. Can't say enough about the game Bradley Rabo said in the first half, Rich. And there's a late delay of game penalty against the Colts. The clock stops with 14 seconds to go in the half. The defense for the Colts have played excellent tonight. We'll give you that rundown quickly. Nose tackle is Matt Sanders. The defensive tackles are Phil Dodrell and Bradley Rabo, who substituted for Phil, and Richard Lewis. Defensive ends are Scott Flowers, Jack Laney, and Shannon Hood have all played out there. Coach break huddle now, send wide receivers right and left, backs in an I formation. 5 seconds to go in the half, and Maxey is going to give the football to Chuck Scott, and Chuck Scott's going to be tackled as the half comes to an end. The half's over. Colts on top, 7-0. We send it back to the station now for a halftime show. We'll be back with the second half. Scott might have been shaken up on the last play of the half. He was holding his hip as he went off, and I see the trainer over here working on him a little bit. Second half is underway. As the kick comes around, this is going to be a horrible kick. It's going to be fielded by Shannon Hood, and Shannon comes right up the middle and gets out over the 35-yard line to about the 36. So the Lee Academy Colts will take over. First down and 10 yards to go. Let's call it the 37-yard line. No, they're going to move it back to the 36. First down and 10 yards to go for the Colts from their own 36-yard line. Colts leading the football game 7-0. Second half just underway.
You remember going to Jackson Academy a couple of years ago and we looked pretty good for a while and then just kind of fell apart, and Jackson Academy just kind of took it to us then.
Right at the end of the game. Chase Maxey has a wide receiver to the right and a slot to the right. He's under the center out of the I formation, going to run a pitch back to this side. And Bradley Gordon's going to be trapped for a loss back inside the 35-yard line to about the 34. First down, second down now for the Colts. Loss of about 2. Not a second and 12. Once again, I'd like to send our wishes, get well wishes out to Greg Maxey. I know he's going to be listening to this tape tomorrow, along with the video being done by Graham Media. And this is being shipped out to him tomorrow. And Greg, Coach Finney, the football players, Coach Weiss, and everybody here wants you to get well and get on home. 10:54 to go in the third quarter. Maxey under the center out of the I formation. Going to give the football to Gordon. Gordon's going to be thrown for a loss again. Jackson Academy on the first 2 running plays of the second half have stuffed us. Loss of another yard. Third down and 13 yards to go. Coach get Graber and Cooper Tyler into the football game on 3rd and 14. Coach don't look as lively as we did to end the first half, Rich. Looking like we're dragging around a little bit.
A little bit.
Split backfield out of wide receiver right, slot right, 4-man front for Jackson Academy. They're showing blitz, and here comes on the straight dive out of the veer option to Shannon Hood, and Shannon Hood is going to get back out over the 35, 36, 37-yard line. Going to be short of the first down by about 8, and going to bring up 4th down. Colts get Wayne Boland and Alan O'Brien, Ivy D's, into the football game. John Martin Harris, our punt team. Matt Sanders is standing at the 25, and he'll kick to Matt Allen and Jeff Lohmeyer. Jack Laney gets a good snap away. And Matt Sanders gets a boomer this time, and Matt Allen is going to try to run with it. And Matt Allen is going to be knocked down inside the 30-yard line.
I tell you, good kick, good coverage on that one there, Albert.
At about the 28-yard line, John Martin Harris down there showing good coverage for the Lee Academy Colts. Colts stay in their 5-man front. Jackson Academy will break huddle. And they'll have a wide receiver to the right and the left and out of the I formation. Straight back to throws Roden. Throws the football complete out here to Farrell. And Farrell is going to run. He's going to be short of the first down. It's Clay Dabbs along with Jason Graber over there drag him down. That's going to be pickup of about 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 1. 9:03 to go in the third quarter. Colts on top 7-0. Linebackers for the Colts, Clay Dabbs and Stoney Stonestreet. Strong safety is Eric Williams. Free safety is Bradley Gordon. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what this is. And this is going to be a 5-yard step off against the Colts for encroachment. I believe our right defensive end lined up off sides. Now that'll give Jackson Academy a first down from their own 43-yard line. 9:03 to go in the third quarter. Colts on top 7-0. Both schools had excellent dance groups at halftime, Rich.
Very, very good halftime performances.
Quarterback Roden gives the ball to the big fullback Atherton, and he dances his way. After I just said he didn't do much juking, he kind of danced his way through the line there and picked up about 8 yards. Let's give him 9 on the play, makes it 2nd and 1. Roden is back in the game at quarterback. Phil Dardrell checks into the game for the Colts, and he'll bring out Richard Lewis, who's limping a little bit, coming off a little bit gimpy. Better hurry up and get off the field. And he makes it. Coach showing blitz, and there's a handoff in there to the big fullback. Atherton again, and he's going to get close to first down yardage, but it's going to be short. Boy, the coach got a good spot there. brings up third down and 1.
I was going to say, it looked like he moved it back about 1.5 yards.
Phil Dodrell on the stop for the Colts. Along with Stonestreet, Matt Sanders, Clay Dabbs. Third down, less than a yard to go. They're just inside Lee Academy territory at the 48-yard line. 8:05 to go and the quarterback's going to run a sneak and is going to get the first down yardage. Going to be tackled just short of the 45-yard line. So first down and 10 yards to go for the Jackson Academy Raiders. And they have it at Lee Academy's 46. Clock is moving. Jackson Academy breaks huddle with a wide receiver to the right, wide receiver to the left, and out of the I formation, straight back to throw is Roden. And he's going to throw a stop and go. It's going to be caught by number 8, Farrell, as they ran a stop and go. Jason Graber bid on the stop, and Farrell just ran by him, and a nice throw by Jeffrey Roden, and a good play by Bradley Gordon saved the touchdown.
I tell you what, an excellent play by Jackson Academy on that with that stop and go, because as you said, Graber just kind of bid on that stop, and Just blew on by him.
First down and 10 yards to go for J.A. from the 15. We need a turnover. Split backfield for J.A. Colts in a 5-man front. And there's a handoff to Big Atherton, and Atherton is going to be knocked down by Bradley Rambo, along with number 63, Jack Laney. But he's going to pick up a few yards there. Wait till they spot it and see. We're at a bad angle here. Going to give him 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7. Five-man front steal for the Colts. Split backfield steal for J.A. Wide receivers on both sides. And there's a trap play in there to Greer, Stephen Greer. Clay Dabbs on the stop for the Colts, but not before Greer picks up about 3. Brings up 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4 yards to go now for the Jackson Academy Raiders. As they break huddle, Colts defense needs to have a stop here. 3rd and 4, and J.A. Roden's under the center. They bring motion back to the left. And there's a pitch sweep to the motion man, Matt Allen. And Matt Allen's fighting his way and going to get close to first down yardage. And I believe he's going to have it inside the 10-yard line down to about the 6. So that's just, Bray brought motion back to the left and pitched it to the motion man. He just turned his nose upfield. We're going to have a measurement. So that was the J.A. people that were over there signaling first down. They may be a little biased.
Could be just a little bit.
What'd you think, Rich?
Short.
It is short. And so it's going to bring up 4th down. So easily the biggest defensive play of the game for the Lee Academy Colts coming up. We need for something good to happen on this play, like maybe Matt Sanders get through without being blocked. What's the chances of that happening, Rich?
Slim.
I believe they're going to try to draw us off sides, or either going to run a quarterback sneak.
I believe they're going to go on a quick count. Quick
We'll
snap,
wait and
right
see.
up the middle.
6:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Colts on top 7-0. 4th down and less than a foot to go for a first down.
I hear Mary Sanders down there yelling. You always know when Mary's around.
4th down and less than a yard for the Jackson Academy Raiders. And they break huddle in an I formation. I bet that big fullback gets it. Uh-oh, some quarterback's having some problems there. Maybe checking off, trying to draw us off sides. And there's the big fullback. And I tell you, Ray, I don't know if the Lee Academy is going to get it.
I'm telling you, that was a hit.
I think they're going to call him down, though. Boy, this is a horrible call here if they don't give us that fumble. I don't know if he got it or not. Jackson Academy was going off the field like they had fumbled the football.
Ain't no question
and the Lee
about it.
Academy Colts are going to take over. The Colts stop them on 4th down in less than a foot.
All right.
And I bet you Mr. Atherton hadn't been knocked backwards too many times in his career.
I guarantee you. I tell you, nobody really knows. Looks
5:42, Jackson Academy looks a little bit unorganized over there.
well. It's because the officials are just a little bit unorganized right now. They just kind of waiting on everybody to play ball.
Rich, don't talk about the officials. This
I'm
is the
sorry.
first game.
I'm sorry. How was your
First down
buddy?
and 10 yards to go.
How
for
was
the
your buddy?
Academy
High
Colts.
Fox.
From about their 6 or 7 yard line. The Colts have it first down and 10, and we're in a split backfield with Shannon Hood and Bradley Gordon. Well, how about a 94-yard run by Bradley Gordon? Chase Maxey calling his signals out. And there's a handoff to Shannon Hood, and Shannon Hood's digging and fighting his way up to the 10-yard line. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4.
I tell you what, good run by Shannon Hood.
Tough runner. Runs low to the ground, always leaning forward. Pick up of about 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Ivy Dees checks into the game for the Colts. Takes out Jason Graber on 2nd and 6. 5:07 to go in the third quarter. Colts on top 7-0. Chase Maxey got his backs in an I formation. Hood close, Gordon deep. Wide receivers both are on the right-hand side, and we have a flag on the play. And this is going to be called on the Colts, I think. I think we didn't have a wide receiver lined up on the line. I think that might be on Ivy Dees. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Jason Graber checks into the game now for Ivy Dees. Good run by Shannon Hood was negated. The Colts will have it 2nd down and 11. So 5-yard penalty on the Lee Academy Colts for encroachment. Chase Maxey out of the split backfield is going to give the football on the dive. Fumble. And the Colts are going to get it. 2nd down, is going to bring up 3rd down 11 now for the Lee Academy Colts. Well, we got some kind of reverse or something we can run off of that.
Don't know.
4:22 to go in the third quarter. Colts on top 7-0. Preston Frazier checks into the football game for the Colts, bringing out Cooper Tyner. With a play from Coach Ricky Weiss.
Well, we need a little operating room, Albert.
3rd and 13 from our own 3. Let's see what kind of play we call. Out of the I formation. Maxey. They're showing blitz back in the end zone to throw. And he's going to throw the football deep downfield. It's going to be good. By Jason Graber!
Hey!
What a catch! At the 39-yard line out of his own end zone, Chase Maxey completes it out to the 39. And, Greg, I tell you, when you look at this tomorrow, what a play. What can you say? Great play out of his own end zone. 3rd and 13 from our 3-yard line. We complete a pass out to the 39, biggest play of the game. 3:47 to go in the third period. And youngster for Jackson Academy shaken up.
I tell you, Jason Graber kind of limped off the field after that play, too. Trainer's working on him over here on the sidelines.
I tell you what we're going to do. He's having a little cramp, it looks like. We're going to pause 1 minute for this word from us.
To help you out, choose from brands like Goodyear, Michelin, Firestone, and Armstrong. 5 County Farmers has a complete tire shop, too, with a mechanic on duty to serve you. 5 County Farmers, owned by farmers cooperatively, but you can shop there, too, even if you're not a farmer. 5 County Farmers, Highway 49 South in Clarksdale.
On the first play after the timeout taken on behalf of the youngster from Jackson Academy, Shannon Hood runs the football off right guard and picks up 5.5 yards. Let's call it 5 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 5 for the Lee Academy Colts now. 3:20 to go in the third period. I tell you, Rich, I don't remember a play over the last 3 years as big as that one right there for the Lee Academy Colts.
3rd and 13 from your own 3-yard line, needing to get out of a hole, and got way out of a hole.
Ivy Dees. Jackson Academy showing blitz. Now they back off. Now here they come. Straight back to throw. Maxey's in trouble and going to be knocked down. Back at about the 42-yard line. They blitzed and got good pressure on us and knocked Chase down. He didn't have a chance. Preston Frazier checks into the football game for the Colts, bringing out Cooper Tyner on 3rd down and 8. 2:30 to go in the third period. Colts on top 7-0 in what's been a great football game. Ivy Dees goes wide to the left. Preston Frazier's wide to the right. And Scott Flowers lines up at the tight end position. Split backfield for Chase Maxey. Senior quarterback barks out his signals. 4-man front for J.A. Straight back in the pocket to throw. And throws it out here. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Ivy Dees, number 8, Farrell. That's Taylor Farrell. Almost intercepted. Ball was overthrown just a little bit. And brings up 4th down and 8 yards to go. And the Colts need a good punt here from Matt Sanders. Alan O'Brien, Wayne Bolin, John Martin Harris, and Stony Stone Street checking the football game for the Colts as they make up the balance of the punting team. And Jack Laney will snap the football to Matt Sanders, who's standing at about his own 30, and I think they're going to try to block this one. They almost got the last one. Good snap. He drops it, and Matt Sanders is having to run it.
He's going to run the ball.
Matt Sanders is going to be... He's going to get a first down!
Oh!
He fumbled the football.
Where'd he fumble it?
He fumbled the football. Let's see. He fumbled the football. Oh, my goodness. I thought he had the first down.
Oh,
he fumbled it on the other side, and Jackson Academy is going to take over.
Well, that's just one of the breaks of the game.
Oh, man, I thought he had that first down. J.A. takes over, first down and 10 yards to go from Lee Academy's 48-yard line. Boy, that would have been a big play. A minute 58 to go in the third quarter. Colts on top 7-0, and they've got the football with wide receivers right and left and in an I formation. Jeffrey Roden checking off at the line of scrimmage under the center. And he's going to run a fake sweep and going to throw a deep pass down here intended for Farrell. And it's going to be overthrown as Wayne Bolden was having good coverage there. And now Farrell is hurt, having some cramps out there.
If that ball had been on the money, though, Albert, it would have been 6.
Excellent team speed by Jackson Academy.
I tell you.
They have a very, very fast football team.
They really do.
J.A. breaks huddle on 2nd and 10, a minute 40 to go in the third quarter. Colts on top 7-0, and out of the 5-man front. Roden's going to run a draw play to Atherton.
Nowhere.
He's going to be drawn down by number 59, Richard Lewis. Drawn down 6'3", 245-pound fullback.
Looks like they lost about a yard.
Miles Atherton. With a name like that, you need to be 6'3", 245.
Kind of like Miles Standish.
Third down at 11. Wide receivers right and left. Now they bring motion back to the right. And they're going to try to overload us on this side. The quarterback almost slips. Roden's going to throw it. It's going to be caught. Dropped. Farrell had it and dropped it.
Flag on the play.
And we have a flag on the play. That would have been short of the first down. Illegal procedure against the Jackson Academy Raiders, and I'm sure the Colts will decline this and bring up fourth down.
One minute left in the third quarter.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. Fourth down and 11 for Jackson Academy as the Colts are going to decline this penalty. 4th and 11, punt return team gets in. That's Ivy Dees. That's Chris Lively, Preston Frazier, John Martin Harris, and Joey Spinks. And Wayne Bolden and Bradley Gordon will get deep now. Wayne Bolden's coming up. They're expecting a fake again, I think. They're expecting a fake. I think the Colts are. As Lohmeyer's deep to punt. And here comes the kick. It's going to be an end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded by Bradley Gordon. And Gordon's going to get to run one. He's going to be knocked down at about the 20. Like to fumble that football.
Sure did.
Let's give it to him at the 19. So the Colts will have it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 19-yard line. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. I told you it's going to be a gut buster, Rich.
Good ball game. Excellent ball game.
Chase Maxey checks into the football game for the Colts. His football team leads 7-0. Jason Graber goes wide to the left, and Cooper Tyner will be in the slot to the left. Tight end Flowers is lined up on the right-hand side. We're going to hit him with a pass in a minute. Out of the I formation, Maxey barking out his signals. Going to give the football a little cross buck to Bradley Gordon. And number 88 for Jackson Academy. That's Philip Schutz. Makes a nice play. And throws the Colts for about a yard loss. Preston Frazier's into the game for the Colts, bringing out Tyner. Gives the play to Chase Maxey. Senior quarterback is Eric Williams. Having a little trouble down here. He's been injured all summer long with a little groin injury. And the third quarter comes to an end. The third quarter, second down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. As we're in a split backfield. And there's a handoff to Shannon Hood, who squeezes his way out over the 20-yard line. He's going to be tackled just short of the 25. Pickup of about 6 on the play, make it 3rd and 5. Fourth quarter's underway, 11:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Colts on top 7-0. Third down and 5 for the Colts. Matt Sanders leads Clay Dabbs and Joey Spinks. Richard Lewis. Jack Laney out over the football. Scott Flowers. And Maxey is going to throw the football. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for a tight end, Scott Flowers. That would have been first down yardage. Pass was underthrown just a little bit. The Colts will be forced to punt again. I'd just soon Matt not try to run this one, Rich.
Yeah, I'd like to see just a punt. Just a good high spiral. 49 yards.
Jack Laney's the snapper. Matt Sanders is the punter. Has Matt been out of play? I don't think he has. And they've got Lohmeyer and Matt Allen deep. I'd kick it away from Allen. High snap, but he pulls it down and gets the kick away. It's going to be a good kick that they're going to let hit. It takes the Lee Academy Colt bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line.
Good punt.
Good punt by Matt Sanders. About 54-yard punt with the roll.
Well, that's about 5 more than I asked for.
And Jackson Academy, forgot who we were playing. Has the football, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 34. Wayne Bolin and Cooper Tyner are the corners. Bradley Gordon and Eric Williams are the safeties. And out of the 5-man front, Jackson Academy is going to run a reverse. It's going to be almost knocked down. And Matt Allen is going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. And there's a flag on the play. Bradley Rybolt made the tackle on Matt Allen, as we had the reverse defense pretty well as they were trying to get the ball to their speedy wide receiver, Matt Allen. It's a clip against Jackson Academy. So J.A. having a lot of trouble with cramps here tonight, Rich. They've had 5 or 6 kids that have gone to the sidelines, and they've got another youngster, that Matt Allen, that fast wide receiver, is over there now, and he is in a lot of pain.
I'm going to tell you, he took a pretty good shot when he went back against the grain there.
Bradley Robbo.
Absolutely.
Sophomore defensive tackle number 50, Bradley Robbo. Can't say enough about him.
I tell you what, I'd hate to get hit by a bowling ball.
Especially one who weighed 225 pounds. J.A. gets 2 new players into the football game. Lee Academy Colts now can loosen up a little bit. J.A.'s got 1st and 25. And they break huddle. This football game is going to be a survival of the team that's in the best shape, Rich.
Yep.
1st and 25 for J.A. Colts in a 5-man front loose. And Roden goes back and going to throw the football over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Stephen Greer out of the backfield, the tailback. And Bradley Gordon was about 2 steps away from picking that one off. Also Wayne Bolin out there on coverage along with Eric Williams. 2nd down and 25 yards to go now for Jackson Academy. The number 4 ranked team in the preseason poll in the AAA Academy Division, the Jackson Academy Raiders. Trailing the Lee Academy Colts 7-0. Roden straight back in the pocket to throw. Throws the football deep down the middle. And Wayne Bolin with good coverage.
Excellent coverage. Step for step with him.
And Farrell is having cramp problems again. If Wayne keeps playing pass defense like that, I may let him come to my house and break something all the time. Illegal procedure against Jackson Academy is going to be the call
Coach Weiss is telling them to decline.
I think that'll be declined. It'll bring up 3rd and 25. Talking to Clay Dabbs. He's a straight A student. I'm sure he knows exactly what to do. And it was declined just like Coach Weiss wanted him to do.
Just like any good straight A student will do.
Boy's going to be a doctor, man. 3rd and 25 for Jackson Academy. And Roden is going to run a bootleg. Going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to be knocked down. Brandon Rambo and number 88, Scott Flowers. Scott Flowers from his left defensive end position. And I tell you, J.A.'s tired, Rich.
Yep.
J.A. is a tired football team. And they're going to be forced to punt on 4th and 25. And the coach get Bradley Gordon back. Boy, I like seeing him run one. On 4th and 25. And they get Jeffrey Lohmeyer into the football game to kick. And the Colts will get Gordon deep. And Lohmeyer gets the kick away. And Bradley Gordon's going to back away. And it's going to take a Jackson Academy bounce inside the 50, down to about the 48-yard line, where it's down by Jackson Academy at that point.
I'm going to tell you, you can't say enough about all.
First down and 10 yards to go from almost midfield. Let's call it the 48.
Albert, I was going to say you can't say enough about this total defensive effort put out by the Colts.
Oh boy, what a game they played!
I tell you what, from the corners to the ends, it's been great. The defensive ends have really shown a lot of spunk, and they've been in there cornering and commandeering the ball. Great ball playing going on.
Scott Flowers and Shannon Hood and Jack Laney have alternated in those two positions all night. Jason Graber goes wide to the right. Cooper Tyner's in the slot to the right, and out of the split backfield. Chase Maxey is under the center. Shannon Hood and Gordon. And there's a handoff to Shannon Hood. Out of the split back veer, and he's going to get 2 or 3 yards as he fights inside of Jackson Academy territory, down to about the 49-yard line. $8:59 to go in the football game. Colts on top 7-0. Pickup of 2 on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 8. They gave him 3, so let's give him 2nd and 7. Graber comes wide to the right. What a game he's had tonight. Preston Frazier's in the slot to the right. And Hood and Bradley Gordon are split behind Maxey. And they're going to jump off sides. Number 78 for Jackson Academy bid on the hard count. That's Matt Reinhardt. And there's a dead ball encroachment call against Jackson Academy. I tell you, Rich, you talk about our defense tonight, but our offense, I think, has been the difference in the game.
Oh, there's no question about it.
I mean, we've moved the ball where we had to.
And believe it or not, it's the
and we've had some
game.
big plays, and had some big plays when we needed them. 2nd down and 2 yards to go for the Colts now. Out of the split backfield. They're going to give the football, and Maxey's going to keep it. And Maxey's into the secondary. And Maxey jumps the wide receiver and is inside the 20. He's inside the 10. And Chase Maxey's inside the 5-yard line. Oh, Greg, you're going to have fun watching this football game tomorrow. As your son is playing one whale of a football game, he's inside the 5 down to about the 3.
I tell you what, it had to happen. Just finally fake it into the line and go wide to one of them. He set it up all night long, Albert.
Shannon Hood has been pounding that ball inside all night long. J.A. finally just geared up and tried to stop it. And Chase Maxey, the senior quarterback, kept it on the option. Cut inside the right defensive end and ran it down to about the 3-yard line. And the Lee Academy Colts are trying to put this one away as they have it 1st down and goal to go from the 3. Matt Sanders leads the offensive line out. And the Colts line up in the wishbone with Shannon Hood close, Bradley Gordon and Eric Williams deep out of the wishbone. And we're going to run right behind Clay Dabbs, I bet. And I was wrong again as Eric Williams gets it inside the 3 down to about the 1. $8:08 to go in the football game. Colts on top 7-0. ball is about a yard short of the goal line. And the Colts have just pounded and pounded and pounded that ball in the middle all night long. And have wore this football team down. Quarterback sneak by Maxey. He's not going to get in, I don't think. We're waiting to see.
He can't be farther than 18 inches away.
It's going to be third down. Well, we need to stick this in. 7:22 to go in the football game. Clock is running. Coach Steve Marinelli, who's handling the offensive line this year for the Colts and doing an excellent job, about 10 steps out on the field, exhorting his players on. And the Lee Academy Colts are trying to get a timeout. But we finally saw him. And the Colts are going to call timeout. 7:04 to go in the football game. Colts on top 7-0. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Colt football. Third down, less than a yard to go from the promised land for the Lee Academy Colts. The Colts bring their offensive line out in a 2 tight end formation. And out of the wishbone formation, Chase Maxey is not going to get in. And it's going to be fourth down. So the Lee Academy Colts are having a little trouble getting this football into the end zone.
I believe I'd go for it again.
We have failed 3 times from inside the 3-yard line to score a touchdown. And that's going to bring up fourth down. And I bet the Colts go wide here as we get Preston Fraser into the football game. On fourth down and less than a yard. Might have even lost a little bit on that last play.
Yeah. Big play, big play.
To the spot. Fourth down and less than a yard. 6:20 to go in the football game. Football games turn around on these kind of plays right here. And Maxey barking out his signals. Out of the wishbone formation and 2 tight ends. And we give the football to the fullback, and he gets in. Shannon Hood gets there. Not but by about an inch, but he got in.
Boy, Jackson Academy doesn't believe he got in, but he just has to cross the plane.
Oh, boy. Shannon Hood, I didn't think he got in, but the referee called it. And Shannon Hood squeezes it into the end zone, and the Colts take a 13-0 lead with 6:07 to go in the football game.
I'm going to tell you, I think he wound up around the 4-yard line when he picked himself up.
Jason Graber will attempt Lee Academy's 14th point of the night. Jack Laney will snap. Chase Maxey will hold. It's a high snap, and Graber kicks it up.
Good.
And good.
It's good.
Lee Academy 14, Jackson Academy nothing. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football.
It's coming to the North Delta. Well, it's actually already here. It's called Delta Rent All. No, it's called Grand Rental Station. Well, you may have noticed the new sign and the new building design at Delta Rent All. That's because Delta Rent All is now affiliated with Grand Rental Station. Now, what is
Academy gets their receiving core, their football receiving team into the game, and they'll get Matt Allen along with Jeffrey Lohmeyer and number 21 Stephen Greer deep. And I'm going to tell you, I would not give Matt Allen the chance to return this kick. Nope. I don't think.
I think you're going to see that squib kick by Jason Graber like we saw at the end of the first half.
Oh, what a game. What a game the Lee Academy Colts have played tonight. Defensively, we've been unbelievably good, but I tell you, our offense has been the difference in the game. 6:07 to go in the football game. Colts on top 14-0. Jason Graber has it teed up at the left hash mark. Good crowd on hand here now from Jackson Academy as well as the Lee Academy Colts. Jason Graber awaits the referee's whistle. He gets it and comes forward and kicks the football that's going to be fielded by Greer. And Greer's coming up the right sideline. Is going to be knocked down short of the 40-yard line by number 89, Chris Lively, number 58, Alan O'Brien, number 7, Ivy Dees.
I see Andrew Duff down on the sidelines warming up. I don't know if that means anything tonight, Albert, but
I think he's going to get Andrew a little playing time.
Might get a little playing time tonight.
You need to.
Yes, absolutely.
They got Eichelberger in the game now, the big tall quarterback.
He's a
steps
passer.
back, and he throws a little screen to Atherton, and Stony Stone Street was fixing to have a little bite of Mr. Atherton's nose there, but the football falls harmlessly to the ground. Eichelberger's a tall kid, Rich.
Very tall.
Boy, I tell you, we've had some kids really rise to the top tonight. Jack Laney from his right defensive end position. Scott Flowers from his left defensive end position. They played excellent football. Eichelberger sprints to the left to throw. Getting pressure from Laney. Throws the football overthrown. Intended for number 83. That's Stephen King, the author.
Is that who writes those books?
It may be a little bit short guy if he writes all those books. Brings up 3rd and 10 now for Jackson Academy. Boy, this will be a big win for our football team if we can hold on. 5:40 to go in the football game. Colts on top 14-0. Wayne Bolin, Jason Cooper Tyner at quarterback for the Colts. A lot of pressure will be put on those two youngsters. As they bring motion back to the right, and Eichelberger straight back to throw, getting pressure, is going to run the football, is going to get first down yardage up close to midfield at about the 49-yard line. Before Scott Flowers knocks him down. Boy, the Colts are running to the football tonight on defense. 5:30 to go in the football game. We go on the road next week to Batesville. And I tell you, if you're not at this football game tonight, come to Batesville next week because this is a pretty good Lee Academy Colt football team. Eichelberger straight back in the pocket to throw, getting pressure, is going to run up the middle. Is going to be knocked down inside of Lee Academy territory at about the 44-yard line. 5:13 to go in the football game, and the clock is running. See Mr. Billy Fraser in the stands tonight with his radio. Want to wave to him down there. Eichelberger's under center. Colts still in their 5-man front and a little bit of a prevent defense. Eichelberger sprints out to the right. Colt defense puts pressure on him, and it's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted by Eric Williams. But
I'm going to tell you, Mr. Eichelberger is laying on prone on the ground right now.
Eric was lost the football on the lights the way it came up. And the quarterback Eichelberger's shaken up.
No, that's not Eichelberger. I can't really tell who that is.
Youngster shake with number 70 for Jackson Academy, probably cramps. That's Andy Etheridge. He's a senior, 6'1", 210, and plays offensive tackle.
Shoulder, left shoulder.
And it's his left shoulder. .438 to go in the football game. We need for the clock to be running.
I'm going to tell you, Albert, you can't say enough about the way the coaching staff at Lee Academy has got their kids in conditioned on a pretty good warm night.
I tell you, we're obviously in a lot better shape than they're in.
I don't think there's any question about that.
5-man front for Lee Academy now out of the split backfield on 3rd down and 2. Eichelberger's under. Why is the clock not running? Eichelberger's under the center, and he's going to run a quick count, and that's going to be on them. That's got to be on them. That has got to be on them. And see, he's going to call it on them. Good. That's a good call. Ohio Sox made that one. 4:36 to go in the game. Dead ball, illegal procedure against Jackson.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against J.A.
I tell you, we might have High Sox back over again. What do you think?
Yeah, we're going to invite him back. 4:36 to go in the game. The clock's supposed to be running. Because Eichelberger got tackled. No, that's right, threw incomplete pass. I'm sorry. Eichelberger's under center with wide receivers right and left. 5-man front for the Colts. Semi-prevent defense, and they're in an I formation. Checking off is Eichelberger. Straight back in the pocket to throw. Throws the football out here to Matt Allen. And Matt Allen makes this catch and is going to run out of bounds, but he's going to get first down yardage inside of the Lee Academy Colts. Let's call it the 40-yard line. So that'll be first down yardage for Jackson Academy. 4:28 to go in the football game. Colts on top 14-0. Colts had pretty good pressure on the quarterback all night long, except right at the start of the football game. Jack Laney and Scott Flowers from their end positions. I don't think Scott Flowers has been out too much. Jack Laney, again, putting pressure, and the football is going to be thrown deep, and it's going to be intercepted and dropped by Wayne Bolden. He can't come over to my house anymore now. 4:20 to go in the football game. And Eichelberger's got a pretty good arm. We've already commented about that one time tonight. Makes it 2nd and 10. Bradley Rybolt checks out of the football game. Now he's going right back in. Now he's coming right back out. Phil Dargell's in the game, along with Richard Lewis at the defensive tackles, Matt Sanders at the nose tackle, Laney and Flowers at defensive ends. Out of the I formation with receivers on both sides. Eichelberger straight back to throw. Looking, going to be knocked down for a loss. Scott Flowers, Richard Lewis, Phil Dargell all in there for the Colts.
I was going to tell you,
3rd and 10.
Good secondary coverage.
5 seconds to go in the football game. And precious time is ticking away for Jackson Academy. Boy, we owe these guys. 3:58 to go in the game. The always dangerous Sparrow, number 8, comes out to the left. Lohmeyer's in the slot to the left. Colts in a 5-man front. And straight back to throw again. And Biddy to go from Matt Sanders, and he fumbles the football.
They're going to call it down.
Going to call it down. Whistle blew. Richard Lewis, number 59, playing like an all-conference tackle tonight.
I'm going to tell you, the Colts,
Sanders from his nose tackle position.
the Colts are just taking it to him right now, and have been for the last few minutes.
3:16 to go. Colts in better shape than they are. It's obvious. And Jackson Academy is going to call timeout. 3:10 to go in the game. Colts on top 14-0. We pause 1 minute for this word from out to the left. And Jeffrey Roden is back into the football game now, the junior quarterback. And he's straight back in the pocket to throw and being pressured by Jack Laney. And it's going to be knocked down back inside the 45-yard line by Richard Lewis. And the Lee Academy Colts have taken over absolute control of this football game. 3:01 to go in the game. And the Lee Academy Colts are on top 14-0 and have taken over on downs. Boy, I tell you, you can't say enough about this defensive bunch. The inside linebackers, Stoney Stonestreet and Clay Downs, played every down on defense tonight. Defensive ends, the Scott Flowers, Jack Laney, Shannon Hood. The defensive tackles, Phil Dargell, Bradley Rybolt, and Richard Lewis. Nose tackle, Matt Sanders. Corners, Cooper Tyner, Jason Graber, Wayne Bolin. And the safeties, Eric Williams and Bradley Gordon. Coach break huddle and send a wide receiver to the right, slot to the right. And Shannon Hood's close, and Bradley Gordon's deep out of the out. We're going to score again before the game's over, Rich. And there's a flag on the play. And that's going to be a delay of the game against the Colts. As that came from the field judge way deep, and he's the timekeeper. Delay of game against the Colts. Moves the football back to the 47. 2:34 to go in the football game. Colts on top 14-0. Colts have taken control of this game since about midway through the third period. See Kerry Middleton down there dressed out tonight, talking to Coach Finney before the game. We need to get that youngster back. Had a little knee injury in the jamboree. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Chase Maxey out of the I formation. Marking out his signals is going to give the football to Bradley Gordon. Bradley Gordon's going to try to bounce outside. Going to be tackled for about a yard loss. Colts now battling the clock. 2:24 to go in the game. Colts are going to get Preston Fraser into the game. Bring out Cooper Tyner. Rhett Rusko and Little Rich Weiss, the ball boys tonight. Can't say enough about them. They've kept a dry ball in the game the whole game for the Colts. And they're sweating down there, too. Look at them. 1:55 to go in the game. Inside trap to Shannon Hood, and he does what he does best. He just pounds into the center of the line. And there's a timeout. The timeout was called by Jackson Academy. 1:46 to go in the game. Timeout's
been a forerunner of things to come, Albert. It's going to be a whale of a season that we got to look forward to.
I guarantee you, Rich.
We've had the pleasure of having Mr. Jimmy Harris up in the booth with us tonight. He's been filming for the Colts, kind of helping us spot, keeping things going.
I'd like to thank Marshall Stewart back at the station. Done a great job engineering tonight. We'll be working with Marshall all year long.
WKDJ.
Been fun tonight, Marshall, hasn't it? Been fun.
WKDJ 96.5.
We'll be on all 11 games this year. On at 7:20 next week before we go down at North Delta. A football team that will be fired up and ready to play the Lee Academy Colts. I'll guarantee you that. As they'll have big physical linemen that'll try to push us around. 1:46 to go in the game. I don't know how many timeouts J.A.'s got left. Can't be too many. Chase Maxey's under the center on 3rd down and 14 yards to go. And there's out of the split back veer, Shannon Hood. Gets his yards like he always gets them, about 3 at a time. And timeout's called again by Jackson Academy. So I tell you what, we're going to take a break this time. 1:38 to go in the game. 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy football.
Williams Rexall Drugs wishes Lee Academy good luck this year, the high school and the junior high. Williams Rexall Drugs has been part of downtown Clarksdale for many years and encourages everyone to shop all the locally owned and operated businesses in our community. For all your prescription needs as well as non-prescription medicine and gift ideas, it's Williams Rexall Drugs, the corner of 3rd and Yazoo in Clarksdale.
Someday, if people want to see how printing used to be, they'll have to go to a museum. Hey, looky, Mabel, it's one of them there Printosaurus machines. Because the way we're doing things at Clarksdale Printing, the future is here today. Electronic publishing, high-speed color black and white copying, laser imaging, or how Clarksdale Printing keeps up in an expanding, ultra-competitive industry. Because to keep up with you, we've got to stay one step ahead. Clarksdale Printing, 624-9058.
All right, before we get back out to Albert and Richard, we'd like to let you know that there is a final score now in the Clarksdale High-Rosedale game. Clarksdale High over Rosedale, final score 41-0. Albert?
Matt Sanders is standing at about his own 43-yard line to punt it away on 4th down and 12. He gets a good snap and gets the kick away. After a hard rush, it's going to take a Lee Academy bounce. They're going to bounce inside the 30. The Lee Academy Colts are going down to that the 28-yard line. So the Clarksdale Wildcats off to a good start this year. I want to wish Coach Jesse Murphy and his staff all the luck in the world as they defeated a good Rosedale team 41-0.
41-0 tonight.
And Coach Jim Hughes, member of the Kettle Ration Golf Group. But our attention right now is focused on these Lee Academy Colts as we're on top of the Jackson Academy Raiders 14-0. 1:20 to go in the football game. The clock is running. Lohmeyer checks into the game for J.A. and Roden's still the quarterback. I don't understand taking Roden out of the game. Do you, Rich? And then putting Eichelberger in. I guess he knows what he's doing, though. Roden's going to try to run a screen. It's a little flanker screen to Matt Allen. Clay Dabbs is out there and brings Matt Allen down. And they're going to run from no huddle with 53 seconds to go in the game. They have no more timeouts left, I would assume. And Roden, straight back in the pocket to throw, is going to throw the ball deep downfield. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage down there by Wayne Boland, and Farrell is pulling up lane with a cramp again. 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Mr. Farrell's obviously having a lot of problems with cramps.
And the Colts are going to call timeout. So Coach Finney doesn't see something he doesn't like, gets out there and talks to the football players. I think Coach Finney may be upset about something. I don't know what it could be. We're ahead 14-0 over a good Jackson Academy football team. He's trying to set up his prevent defense is what he's doing, I can tell now.
Right.
35 seconds to go in the game. We're going to keep it right here. Good crowd on hand tonight. We want all of you to come out and see the Lee Academy Colts play the North Delta Academy Green Wave. Is that their name?
The Green Wave.
The Green Wave next week. Jack Laney's going to check out of the game. Played an excellent game at defensive end for the Colts tonight. Gets glad hands as he comes to the sideline. Good team effort by the Colts tonight.
I tell you, we'll be back home on Friday night, September the 16th, when we host Starkville. Got 2 road trips, North Delta and Fayette, and then we'll be back against the Starkville Yellow Jackets. Is that what they're called?
The Volunteers.
The Volunteers, that's right. Yellow Jackets in Starkville High School, isn't it?
Ask me any nickname on there, I know it. Jackson Academy with 35 seconds to go in the game. Has Roden on 3rd and 5. He's being chased by Ricky Lewis again, and that ball is going to be intercepted and dropped by Eric Williams. He got turned around and couldn't find the ball. And Bradley Gordon is giving him a little bit of a hard time out there about it, I think, as Eric got turned around and couldn't find the ball and brings up 4th down. So J.A. will get their punting team into the game. Dang, 4th and 5.
Well, the Clarion Ledger had it picked that Lee would beat Jackson Academy this morning, so
they were right.
They were right.
The only thing in doubt is the ultimate margin of the Colt victory. On 4th down and 5, they're going to go for it. Colts got Bradley Gordon's about 40 yards deep down there, and Roden's going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be knocked down by Clay Dabbs, and Wayne Bolin comes up and makes a nice stick on the wide receiver, and Dabbs tips it and knocks it away, and the Colts are going to win this football game 14-0.
In all likelihood, 14-0.
And boy, I can't think of a better way to start this season off. We're going to get it back to you quick, Marshall, when this game is over. Rich and I got to go home and rest for our big golf match tomorrow.
That's right. 1:30, is that what time we play?
Yeah, 1:30.
I'm going to help you tomorrow, Albert.
Thanks, Rich. Chase Maxey gets his final play, hopefully the final play of this football game. And the Colts are in their prevent offense now. They'll have 2 or 3 backs way back behind the quarterback. And Maxey is just going to fall on this. And
Delay.
that's going to be a delay of the game. 21 seconds to go in the game. Lee Academy Junior High plays next Thursday at Bayou, I think.
Bayou. Turn out the lights. The party's almost over.
Here's the last play of the game. Chase Max is under center. And he's just going to fall down and dance back out of the way. And that's going to be the football game, as J.A. has no more timeouts. The Lee Academy Colts have defeated the Jackson Academy Raiders by a score of 14-0. And I tell you, Rich, we look pretty good.
We really did. I tell you, for the first night, opening game, really defensively looked good in the beginning, and then the offense kind of kicked on in. Like I said, I don't think Jackson Academy came up here expecting to go home a loser.
Well, I tell you, they are 14-0. And the Lee Academy Colts have defeated the Jackson Academy Raiders 14-0. We'll be on the air next week at 7:20 from Batesville as the Lee Academy Colts travel to play the North Delta Green Wave. Final score, Lee Academy 14, Jackson Academy nothing. This has been Lee Academy football.
And it is 9:56 at WK.